Wow, I really just don't want to focus. So I did forget about VIP. I unfortunately am one of those artists who just can't draw when they're behind the table. We made it! Time to set up. Hello everybody! Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Janine and I'm the artist behind Jeaninidraws. And this weekend we are at Metrocon. So Metrocon this year is from July 25th to the 27th and it is in the Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida. So this will be my first time at Metrocon and my first time vending in Florida. So really excited to be here. I do know that this con, I think last year had about 16K in attendance, and last year it was during the same weekend as AX. So this year it happened to be during a different weekend, which is great. Just a note for my future self, anyone who may be watching, Convention Hall on day 0 is very hot. So as you can see, I have my neck fan. I don't have it on right now since I'm recording, but I had it on while I was setting up because it got very hot. It's hot right now. Hopefully it's not hot during the convention. I assume they'll turn the AC on. But yeah, so if you are going to be vending here anytime in the future, just keep that in mind. Bring water, stay hydrated while you're setting up. Let's go ahead and head to my table and I'll show you guys my setup. Alright, so here is the setup for the weekend. So the tables at Metrocon are actually 8 foot wide. So you're allowed to split tables, and I'm splitting a table with Jay. He graciously allowed me to split his table here at Metrocon this weekend. And so we both have a 4-foot setup. So here's mine. It's pretty much the same setup as I usually have, just more condensed. I definitely am not able to put as many things up as I'd like to. I have a basket of my Jasper plushies that I brought, but I actually don't have any space for it. So I just have a few hanging right here. I might change it up a little bit, but we'll see. I also am not able to put out all of my sticker sheets as self-serve, so I have some here. These are the more popular designs, and then I have more on the side right here. But other than that, I don't have any new merch as of last... Actually, wait, no, I do have new merch. I made some K-pop Demon Hunter stickers, which are right here. So these ones, I was able to draw them and I printed these at home. So that's how I was able to get them so quickly. Yeah, just to show them off. Oh, they have a matte finish. Wow, I really just don't want to focus. So they have a matte finish. This is Zoe, she's my favorite. And then here's Rumi. And Mira. So these are probably the only new things I have since AX, which was my last convention. Yeah, so I think it looks nice and full. My banner is a little crooked, unfortunately, but it'll do. We are going to close up in a little bit and probably head to the hotel, maybe grab some dinner on the way back as well. Looking forward to Metrocon this weekend, my very first Metrocon. Very excited, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 1. So we are at the convention center. It is the morning of day 1 and we got here really early. It's like 9 a.m. but the con doesn't start until 12. So I think we're gonna go and see if there's anywhere we can get some coffee and then we'll head back. So we're gonna go on a little trip. I was waiting for this place to open up and it never did. Had to walk outside for my coffee. Okay, so we are back at the table now. I have my coffee. So hopefully this will fuel me for today. It is around like 10:30, so we still have like an hour and a half before the Artist Alley opens. It actually starts at 12 p.m. today, which is pretty late, but I think it's because it's like day 1. Tomorrow I think it opens up a little earlier. There are some times on the badge. Let me check it. Alright, yeah, so tomorrow does open up at 10 a.m. for VIP. So a little bit earlier tomorrow, but we are already all set up, so we are good to go. Just to talk a little bit about the Artist Alley tables. The Artist Alley tables are 8 feet long, like I mentioned before, and so... Good morning.
Visitors, this is your 30-minute warning to VIP access. You got 30 minutes before we open the door.
So I did forget about VIP. So I guess we're opening in 30 minutes, not an hour and a half. But general will be at 12 p.m. So I guess VIP is 11 and then general is at 12. So going back to the tables, they are 8 feet long. And then I think they're only like 2 feet wide, so they're pretty narrow. I think a lot of standard tables are usually like 30 inches wide, which gives you a little bit more room in the back of your table, either back or front of your table, depending on your setup. So I barely fit like 2 grids across, so it's a little tough. Hopefully nothing falls off this weekend. Otherwise, it's pretty normal. I guess it's very similar to the AX tables, except it's a little longer. And then the space around the artist alley table is pretty nice. They leave a lot of space in between each table, and then the backs of the table is also pretty spacious. So yeah, I think it's a pretty decent space, and I'm excited to see how the day goes. I did see a pretty good amount of people outside, especially yesterday. I think yesterday was like the pickup day for your badges. You can also get it today, of course, but I think a lot of people came in yesterday so they could just walk in today. We will see how it goes. Hopefully I will have good reviews for the check-in this afternoon, but I will see you guys then. Thank you! These are so cute! Alright, so it is now 4 p.m., which is about halfway through day 1. Today ends at 8 p.m., which is pretty late, but it did start pretty late too. It started at 12. As far as sales go, it's been a little slow. I think I did make back expenses if I don't count any food expenses. So like tables and travel, I think I've made back. But I still need to make more in order to cover all of my food expenses, and that's only going to keep growing as well since I'm going to keep eating while I'm here. But otherwise, it's been pretty solid. I'm hoping it picks up a little bit as the day goes by, but we will see. In the meantime, I did want to talk about the stamp rally that I am part of. So I am part of a 100-line stamp rally, and there's only 2 of us in the stamp rally. It's me and Jay Perrier. We are sharing the table. It's his table, and he let me have half his table. So yeah, there's only 2 of us, and we each drew a sticker. So really easy stamp rally to complete, and I'm hoping there's a lot of 100-line fans here at Metro. So far, it's been really solid. Sold a good amount of stickers and charms of my 100-line merch. So that's really exciting. We'll see how the rest of the day goes though. I do hope it picks up. It's been slower than I'd like it to be. I'll hopefully make back expenses by the end of the day. Good morning. It is 8:30 a.m. and we got here a little early. We actually got here at like 8:15, but they didn't let us into the vendor hall early. They said that we're only allowed to get in there at 9 a.m. but I checked a little later and they opened it up early at 8:30, so my stuff is currently in there. But I'm going to go get some coffee, so we're going on another adventure. Alright, we are back at the booth. It's about 9:15, so we have like 45 minutes before VIP opens up. I had my coffee, and the line was really long. I think it's because it's like the closest coffee shop to the convention center. There's like a coffee shop inside of the convention center, but every time I pass by it, it's been closed, and I wonder if that's like to keep traffic at a minimum, because the line would probably get super duper long. So although I'm upset about it, I guess I also kind of understand. But yeah, so I forgot to record my towards the end of the day yesterday. So just a recap of yesterday. I was able to count my cash when I got back to the hotel, and I have covered all of my expenses for this trip. So anything I make today and Sunday will just be in the green, which is great. It felt really slow yesterday, but after looking at the numbers, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And I feel like that's been like a recurring pattern for me where like it feels slow throughout the day, but then by the time I like actually count my, or like I actually look at my numbers, I'm like, oh, no, that's pretty decent. So hopefully today is also decent. I'm hoping it's better than yesterday. If I make the same as yesterday, I'll still be happy about that. I think the fact that I'm able to split the table with Jay and do like a hotel share with some friends, that's really helped me keep my expenses pretty low. So I'm happy about that. Also today, I forgot to bring this yesterday, but I have some yarn today. It's another sock. It's the easiest thing to knit while I'm traveling. So yeah, so that's what, like I have this. It'll keep me occupied if it gets slow today. I unfortunately am one of those artists who just can't draw when they're behind the table. I know there's a lot of artists who are able to do that. I don't know how. Well, first of all, I don't really have that much space in the back to be able to like put my iPad down and draw. I can't draw in my lap. And then also, usually I'm solo, so I like to be really attentive to any of the attendees that are passing by. So I like to stand when I'm selling, and I like to like say hi and stuff, and like just be paying attention. So drawing like really takes away from that. So it's like I'm not able to split my focus to both. Hopefully today is a good day, and I will check in with you guys later this afternoon. It is 4 p.m. We have about 3 hours until Artist Alley closes today, and I just checked my numbers and I'm definitely up compared to yesterday, which is great. So Saturday has definitely been better for me. It's been pretty solid so far. Definitely like a big rush at the beginning, and then it slowed down a little bit, and now it's starting to pick up a little bit again. I did hear from my friend who's towards the entrance that at one point they did close the entrance doors. They had like 2 different places, and they closed the ones that like I'm closer to. I think people were lining up for like a cosplay contest or something, so there's a line forming, so they had to close the doors. And for a while it was a little bit slower because everybody was coming in from the farther entrance. It's totally fine. It's still been pretty solid, and as far as like connection and internet goes, I haven't had any issues. I did forget to turn my hotspot off yesterday, so I'm on Jay's hotspot right now, and it's been working really good. So we've tested both T-Mobile and Verizon, and both of them work in this convention center. I did read in the Artist Alley Discord that for the most part everybody's been saying that they've had good connection in here and haven't had any issues. So that's a pretty good thing to note. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to report right now. So I will check in towards the end of the day. Yeah, thank you. So it's officially the end of day 2, and they turned off all the lights, so I apologize for the dark lighting. I just want to do a quick recap of how today went. Pretty good today, actually. I think that I definitely did better than yesterday. I'm not sure by how much compared to yesterday, but it felt pretty good. A lot of pretty consistent sales throughout the day. I think my sticker sheets, my die cuts, and my charm are probably like all equally selling the best. My shirts are not moving as much as I would hope they would. That's okay. I think that like I'll still be able to take them home, no problem. And I also have my big prints. Those are not moving quite as much as I hoped as well, but every time I make a sale of my big prints, then I'm pretty happy because usually I don't sell big prints very often. And then I also got this chicken. It's a chunky chicken from one of my mutuals that I met for the first time in person this con, so really excited to get this guy. He has beans in his butt, and he also has a butthole. So, oh, let me show. Sorry for the bad lighting. Yeah, I'll also put their name on the, I'll put their name on the screen, so that might be easier. But yeah, I love him. Okay, anyways, we are gonna go out to dinner tonight, and then we will come back tomorrow for the last day, and hopefully it's a good show. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is the morning of day 3, and it is around 9 a.m. VIP doesn't open up until 10, and then general opens up at 10:30. So we are here pretty early, ready to go. I'm just gonna go get some coffee again. I need the fuel. I think a lot of you guys might be watching because you might be wondering if it's worth flying to Metro. And in my personal experience, I guess like TLDR, I think it is. I was able to keep my costs pretty low, but overall I think flying here was worth my time. I would definitely come back next year if they accepted me. And I'll talk a little bit more about like the timeline of the acceptances and like applications and stuff. But yeah, overall I would definitely come back next year if they would have me, and I've been having a great time here. Yeah, overall a really good experience so far, and hoping that I can come back next year. Hello, so it is a little bit past halfway through day 3 of Metrocon. It's been pretty slow today. I think that I'm doing a little bit worse than Friday. So we'll see how it ends up at the end of the day. It is like a shorter vending time, so I wouldn't be surprised if I don't make as much today than I did Friday, which is totally fine. I am already in the green, so anything I make I'm happy with. It has been very hot here, mostly like outside. So one thing is that it's Florida, and then the other thing is that it's summer, so it's been really hot and humid outside whenever we had to go like walk anywhere. So if you're coming to Metrocon, I would keep that in mind, especially if you're cosplaying something that's like has a lot of layers. You might get really warm. Be sure to bring water, maybe a fan, sunscreen. Lastly, if you are even just vending here, it does get a little warm inside of the convention center. Definitely not as hot as outside, but still a little warm. So I would still bring water and a fan if you can. I think it helps a lot. Other than that, just gonna keep vending, and then we will wrap up Metrocon. This is the one that I want, but we'll see what I get.
Go out and enjoy the rest of the con. We'll see you there.
Alright, so it is officially the end of Metrocon. We made it to the end of day 3 and everybody is starting to pack up now. Just a little recap on how sales went. I checked my final card numbers and I am down 20% from Friday, but I think it's still like a really solid number. I would still definitely want to come back next year if they let me in. Yeah, and I also wanted to say thank you guys for stopping by my booth. There were like a couple people that came by and told me that they watched my videos and like really like a lot of really high compliments, and like I started tearing up. But it was just like really sweet, and it's kind of crazy because like I make these videos but I don't actually really know who's watching them or like what people are liking about them. And so like that person I think really made my weekend. Thank you again for stopping by and letting me know you watch my videos, or even if you just follow me on Instagram or anything. I really appreciate it. Like I really couldn't do this kind of stuff without everybody's support, and so I feel really privileged that I'm able to do this full time and just really thankful. If you got to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that I will see you in the next one. Bye!